In this step, we will be sewing on the cat's base. So for this step, we're sewing on that circle piece to the base of the cat so that he'll stand up. So you want to take that piece and you want to align it with the bottom of the two body pieces. This part is a little tricky. If you're working with a younger stitcher, you're probably going to have to help with this part. It requires a little bit of finger strength and a bit of precision. Takes just a minute to get it in there rightly. What you want to do is you want to take a pen, so you line up the top edge, and then you want to take a pen and just pin it in place. You want to put the safety pin in deep enough where you can still do whip stitches at the outer edge without sewing the safety pin in. And so I'll just continue like kind of pulling that up to the edge of the fabric and placing a pin. So I'll put my next safety pin in. Takes about 3 safety pins to hold it where you could stitch it together. I'm going to go ahead and line the edges and just little by little work my way around that base piece. Place another safety pin. You notice that I have my safety pins down deep enough where I'm not going to accidentally whip stitch them in as I'm whip stitching the edge of the fabric. I'm replacing my safety pin, just getting it just right, aligned just rightly. This part can take a few minutes. But when you're done, that's what it should look like. The edges are pretty well lined up with the edges of the body pieces so that you're ready to whip stitch that in place. So now we want to sew whip stitches to attach these pieces together. We want them to match the whip stitches that we used to sew the body pieces together. And we are going to leave a little space in the back so that we can stuff it, because that's where the stuffing hole will be, down here at the bottom in the base. I've pushed my needle through the 2 layers, or between the 2 layers, so that my knot is hidden between the 2 layers. And I'm just going to start doing a whip stitch just as we did to sew the 2 body pieces together. You just have to make sure that you don't accidentally sew your safety pin into your project. You can go ahead and just stitch along the outer edge. You can go right through that little spot where the seam from the 2 pieces coming together is. I just put a stitch on one side of it, and I put a stitch on the other side of it to hold it in place. And keep working my whip stitches around the base. Just scooch that safety pin out of the way and keep going along the edge. Now at this part, you start having the guidelines for the whip stitch again, so you can use those as you're stitching around to keep your stitches even on the front. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video, although I'll show the whole thing, the whole process going around. And you want to kind of use your fingers to kind of just adjust as you go and make sure that the 2 pieces of fabric are continuing to line up at the edge there. So this part maybe can take a little bit longer as you're being sure that everything is lined up as you place your stitches. And just work your way around the base. You'll notice that I actually did remove that safety pin once I had stitched past the part where that safety pin was holding the fabric. Sometimes that's just easier to keep things from getting tangled up. I'm going to go ahead and continue my way around, making sure that my outer edges of fabric are lined up, and continuing my whip stitch. As you go around, you want to make sure that you don't actually complete this circle of stitches, because you are creating right now a space in the back which will leave open for stuffing your project. When I go ahead and fix my stitches, if they go a little sideways, you can just use your needle to straighten them out again. There we go. Make them straight and even. I'm going to go ahead and continue around the outer edge, making sure things are lined up as I go. Remove that safety pin just to get it out of the way. Now that I've stitched past it. When you get to this edge, as we did before, you just make a stitch on either side of where that is. That way you're securing it. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple more stitches. I'm running low on thread. I don't want to rethread my needle for just this part though, so I'll go ahead and make it work. I want to make sure that I put an ending knot. You'll notice that I'm leaving a gap where that safety pin is. I'm only stitching to this point. I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot, an ending knot right here. And I have a very tiny piece of thread, so I'll go ahead and tie my knot. Then I'll push that piece of thread up between the two pieces of fabric. Now, when you're sewing, don't leave yourself such a tiny little piece of thread. And this is exactly why. It just is much harder to tie a knot if you only have a tiny piece of thread left. Go ahead and make sure that when you're sewing, you leave yourself an adequate tail to tie an ending knot. All right, I'm going to remove that safety pin, and I can just show you this is where the stuffing is going to go in. This little flap that we've left in the back that's open. And I'm just going to push the tail of that thread in because we always want to hide the tails of our thread and our knots in the work. And as you can see, the stitches are holding that base in place, and they're kind of evenly spaced all around the edge. And we have a little gap in the back where we can push our stuffing whenever we stuff our cat. And you are finished with this step of the project.